wins. Fanduel TV's More Ways to Win coming at you from Radio Row here in Phoenix, Arizona. It's day 3. Welcome in. I'm Lisa Kerney, and we are getting closer to Super Bowl 57 between the Chiefs and the Eagles. And of course, everyone is back for another great show featuring unique insight from our Super Bowl champ and former NFL wide receiver James Jones in the house, along with betting expert Dave Weaver and Sports Talk radio host Andrew Fillipponi. That's the lineup, kids. You know what we do. We're talking all things Super Bowl and, of course, betting the big game. Radio Row is still filling up, and you can see and hear all the excitement from everyone in here. At this point in the week, guys, we really feel the energy starting to build, right? You're walking around. It's happening.
And I'm excited that James is here before he goes off on his 4-day darkness retreat with Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah,
you're going to be in isolation with him.
I need that. I jumped on the Pat McAfee show, just, crashed the set, when Aaron was on here, and, I'm just talking to him. He ain't done yet. Go on your retreat. I'll go with him, but I just need my cell phone. I can't go without no cell phone. I need my cell phone on.
So you really think he's going to be back then with the Packers?
100%. I think Aaron Rodgers retires a Green Bay Packer. Him and Coach LaFleur's relationship is too good. You know what I mean? So for me, for Aaron Rodgers to get traded, I really think Aaron Rodgers would have to act a fool. And not act a fool, but he would have to come out and publicly say, like, I'm done with the Packers. I want to go elsewhere. And I don't see that happen. And I see Coach LaFleur wanting him to come back. And they have a really good team, a really good roster. You are 3 or 4 pieces away, players in free agency, players in the draft, of being at this game next year. So I see Aaron Rodgers retiring the Packer. I don't see him going anywhere.
Dave couldn't go 4 days without the Fanduel app.
No, I couldn't go minutes without my
No retreat.
But AR12, your boy, he put in a lot of time molding and working with these guys, calling them out when he needed to. We saw that all season long. So you're going to leave that for nothing? I don't know about that.
You got to go. And that's the growing pains with the young receivers. He had the same growing pains with us. I ran the wrong route 37 times. And
look at you catching balls in the Super Bowl.
We just kept building the chemistry. Same with Jordy. Same with Randall. We just kept building the chemistry, and now all of us are in the record books for the Green Bay Packers. So, it's growing pains. You see at the end of the season, these young receivers was playing really, really well. So I see AR12 retiring the Green Bay Packers.
All right.
Can we get back to something we can bet on?
Yeah, let's
bet on that in certain states. Where will he play
we'll welcome Aaron on the show anytime this week, but you're right. We've got to get to some other good stuff. We've got some great guests. We've had them all week long on this show, and that absolutely continues today. We're talking to Cardinals running back James Conner. He'll be on this set along with his teammate, one of the best wideouts in the game, DeAndre Hopkins. He's talking to us about this matchup as well. You're going to want to stick around for both of them. We already broke it down. We are ready to do this thing. Welcome in. More Ways to Win starts now. All right, we've talked about a bunch of different bets on the Fanduel Sportsbook already this week. Today, we're going to focus on the beginning of the game, guys, because you can place these bets right now on the Fanduel Sportsbook app. The cool thing about these bets is that you can have a winning ticket just minutes after the game starts. So, guys, let's really dig into this one and talk about that first half spread. And this is pretty interesting because it is the exact same spread as the whole game. Eagles giving 1.5. Dave, what do you make of that line there for the first half?
It's probably not going to come into play where it's going to be less than a field goal, but it could. It could be something 17, 16, 14, 13. There is a way that you could cover if the Chiefs are not technically leading at halftime, but I think they will be. I'm going to go Kansas City.
First half, the spread is only
1.5.
1.5?
Yeah.
James, it's 1.5 for the whole game.
It's about who jumps out quick, that would be first quarter, but first half is going to be 30 minutes of football that I think Patrick Mahomes is going to take control early. Jalen Hurts is going to be a little bit butterfly-ish all the way up until halftime and then come out strong in the second half. So give me the Chiefs.
Yeah. You're talking about a guy in Jalen Hurts that has played in some big-time games, right? First Alabama, then Oklahoma.
Yeah, but he got benched in one of those, James.
So you got to believe, though, that he's big game tested. You know what I'm saying? I think the Kansas City Chiefs, and I know Lisa going to come up in here in her red one of these days, but I think the Kansas City Chiefs are going into the halftime and they're going to be down big. I'm saying they're going to be down at least 14 points. This is going to be, you know, it's going to be 21-6 or something like that going into this halftime. And I do think Patty Mahomes comes out of this halftime and he makes a push and he makes it, you know, a little close. And then late in the game, here comes Jalen Hurts and Philadelphia Eagles to bump that lead even more. So I'm going to say this number, it definitely needs to be higher.
We need to talk to research. Research needs to get in our ears and say, hey, when was the last time the Chiefs were down 14?
Going
was
into
the last
halftime.
Well,
Going into half.
But they played with
Our
fire.
producer, Vishal Mapar, just got me here. Was like, actually, that's a great question.
Yep.
When was the last time?
But they played with fire in both of their Super Bowls. They got down to San Francisco and Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
In San Francisco, they came back. Those whole playoffs, they came back. Houston, Tennessee, and San Francisco.
What was the score at halftime? Anybody remember the score at halftime of Tampa Chiefs Super Bowl?
That game was over 5 minutes in. Those cannons went off.
That's what I'm
They're down a half in both of the Super Bowls because they were down in the fourth quarter, like 10 points to San Francisco.
Right, so that's what I mean. And the thing, I like Philadelphia too because we've seen them in 2 playoff games. They're scripted plays, whatever they worked on all week, 2 weeks for this game. They came out in both games and scored touchdowns on their opening drives. So I think they'll do the same thing in this game, and that'll set the tone for the first 30 minutes.
Yep.
All right, I said minutes, but of course you can cash that ticket by halftime. Here's when you can cash, or you could be able to cash there in the first quarter, and that's the first scoring play. We talked about the first touchdown scorer. Let's check out the odds here. We talked about touchdown scores this week earlier on the show. This one is the first scoring play. Eagles touchdown and Chiefs touchdown, the favorites right there. You can go chalk if you want to, but there are the favorites, but good plus money if you go field goal, guys. Maybe a safety.
Ooh, look at that.
Only called for a safety, but not for the first score.
No, I did.
Didn't that happen in the Broncos Super Bowl?
Broncos, Seahawks.
First scored safety.
Play.
Snap over Peyton's head.
It's happened more than you think. I believe there are 4 Super Bowls where the first scoring play has been a safety.
That's sick.
Love it. All right, that's Pony's pick. Dave, what do you think?
I'm going to go with the Kansas City touchdown.
There's a shocker.
Patrick Mahomes keeps
He's
it.
running it.
Yeah, I already said Boston Scott, touchdown, first touchdown of the game. I think that's what it's going to be. Boston Scott, Eagles, touchdown.
All right, let's move on to this one. If you want a winning wager just minutes into the game, this is another option that is for you. Check out the odds here on your screen. First drive result, pretty self-explanatory. Here's a look at the odds for each, and you have punt as the favorite. But you can also go, bet offensive touchdown, field goal attempt, any other. James, how does this game start? Run us through the script because I know you got this in your head. Because we found out this season the NFL is scripted.
That's it. All right, so it's scripted. I already got the script in my hotel room. So I'm going to tell you what's going to happen, right? Coin toss. All right, Eagles win. They defer. Chiefs get it, and they punt. The Chiefs will punt, all right? Then the Eagles will get the ball, bomb, A.J. Brown, 55 yards down the football field. Boston Scott, a couple plays later, touchdown.
So for you, it's more
a punt for Kansas.
But it's more dependent on the coin toss because what if the Eagles would get it first? Then you wouldn't say punt.
If the Eagles win the coin toss, I'm going to say touchdown because Pony just showed you they're scripted plays. First
Boston
15,
Scott.
Go down the field, touchdown, Boston Scott, Eagles.
Okay. All right.
Can I just ask a question to you guys?
Yes.
Do you think that there's a chance that a team would want the ball to start this game? Because 90% of the time, teams defer.
Yep.
But do you think in the Super Bowl a team would want
just to jump out?
Yeah. James, what do you think?
You know what? That's a really good question because I've been in games with Coach Mike, and there's been times where we said, listen, we do want the football. We want the football. We want to come out at a fast start. We want to put, that offense, put some pressure on the other offense, on the opposing team to go down there and score against our defense, right? But that's really if you have a really, really, really good offense and an explosive offense and you're about to go down this football field and score a touchdown and you want this other team to have a little pressure, especially if they got a good run game, you want this team to be able to, think we got a pass to get ourselves back in this thing. So, to be honest with you, that's a really good question because that might be what the Chiefs want to do, right? They might, if they win the toss, they might want to take the ball, put Patrick Mahomes out there on that football field first, go down there and possibly score a touchdown and say, what you got, Jalen Hurts? Because if y'all go 3-and-out and you punt this thing back to me and we go 10-0, up 10-0, then now we really take away that run game and you're forcing Jalen Hurts to pass. So if I'm the Chiefs, that might be something I need to think of. We're not going to defer and put our defense out there and let Philly get off to a fast start. We're going to take this ball down the field and scope.
Yep. Great question. Thanks, Pony. All right, you guys, there are hundreds of different bets on the Fanduel Sportsbook app. Just log on. You can check those out right now, available for you for the big game on Sunday. Great stuff by these guys. Plenty more coming up. But first, I got to tell you about the most anticipated kick of Super Bowl Sunday. It's not the punt that's going to happen. It's not the field goals in the game by the players wearing green or red. Hey, it's Fanduel's kick of destiny for $10 million. That's right. Rob Gronkowski will attempt a field goal live in the third quarter of the Super Bowl, and you can get a piece of the $10 million in bonus bets. Just place a wager of $5 or more on Super Bowl 57 before kickoff. You will receive a bonus if Gronk kicks the field goal, makes good on this kick of destiny coming at us in the third quarter of the Super Bowl. It does not matter if you're new to FanDuel or already playing with us. Everyone is eligible. Gronk kicks, you win. It's as simple as that. Go ahead and scan that QR code to get yourself lined up. Limit one per person, and go ahead and cheer on Gronk as he goes for glory and $10 million for FanDuel bettors. Plenty more coming up on FanDuel TV's More Ways to Win, including a big-time special guest right here on our set. Ladies and gentlemen, Arizona Cardinals wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins is going to be joining us on set. He's going to tell us which pass catcher is going to have the biggest game on Sunday and why. Stay with us. That's next. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to More Ways to Win from Super Bowl 57. We are here on Radio Row in Phoenix, Arizona. We are breaking down the big game. We are getting you ready for Sunday. We're talking Chiefs. We're talking Eagles. We're doing the whole thing. But right now, I am so excited to welcome in a big-time baller and special guest to the More Ways to Win set. Give it up for Arizona Cardinals wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins.
D-Hop.
D-Hop.
There it is.
Welcome to the set, man. Good to see you.
Good to see y'all as well.
Yeah, excited to just get into everything with you. We're going to talk Super Bowl. We're going to talk the matchup. But I got to know what you've been up to lately. How's your off-season going?
It's been going well. Spending a lot of time with the family. I was in Houston yesterday, just hanging out with the kids. Been in Arizona for a couple years. It's kind of hard for my family to transition from South Carolina to Houston to here. So just spending a lot of time. Actually, I was just fishing. So that's my new hobby out there trying to get it.
Nice. So you fly fishing? What kind of fishing are you doing?
Yeah, fly fishing. And, I was deep seeing the other day. So I was out there just trying to catch,
Did you catch anything?
I did.
What'd you get? What'd you get?
I got a nice red. Yeah,
Okay.
It wasn't too big. It was all right.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love
yeah,
knowing
yeah.
what you guys are up to. That's
Yeah.
great. I'm glad you're thriving.
Yeah, I ain't been to deep sea fishing, none of that. But that's the relaxing. That's kind of getting away from everything,
Right.
Getting out there. So I gotta ask you, you know what I mean? Obviously, you're one of the best receivers in the game for a long, long time.
Thank
You know what I'm saying? You done played with 80 different quarterbacks, and your stats ain't never fell off. That's a true testament of you a dog.
Oh, man,
You
appreciate
know what I
it.
mean? Now we hear all the rumors. DeAndre Hopkins possibly trade and all that. How you feel about that? Is it a spot if you do get traded? You like, hey man, one or two I would like to go play here, there. How you feeling about that going into this offseason?
Obviously, I've heard a lot of rumors as well. I stay away from the rumors, but when you have a situation like we had this year, being in a rebuild process, it's hard not to think that some of those rumors could be true from upstairs. So, we're just taking it day by day right now. Obviously, there are teams out there that, who wouldn't love to play with some of these teams, especially being a 10-year veteran like myself going into my 11th year playing some of my best ball, I feel like. So, obviously, there are teams out there that anybody like myself would love to play with. But right now, the Cardinals is my team, and that's who, pay my paychecks. And so, if I'm here in Arizona, I'm going to go out there and try to win a Super Bowl next year. And, that's my mindset.
Well, I'm going to say it for you, man, because Kyler Murray going to be down for half the season. You going into year 11. You know what I mean? I don't know if you want to stay here, but for me, I'm going to say I hope you go elsewhere to somewhere where you got a really good quarterback, really good situation, and a chance to get into this game next year.
What team,
I don't know. I'm just looking at Aaron Rodgers. I know it's a little cold and all that out there, man, but, I wouldn't mind to see some speed with Christian Watson, with some Aaron Jones, some A.J. Dillon, got the youngster Romeo Dobbs, and then to have a sure-handed baller like you come in to play with 12.
I didn't
I
say
think
this.
y'all could get into this game with you over there. You have about 1,700.
You didn't know you were coming here to
Back
get
to the
recruited, did
promo.
you?
If
Yeah, I
you need
like
an
it.
agent, I got you.
I like it.
No, but I do. I
like
hope,
honesty.
man. You
I
know,
like
with
honesty.
Kyler being hurt, it is a rebuild situation.
Absolutely.
And I hope they would do right by you, you know, and you'll have an opportunity to be in this game next
DeAndre,
week.
have they told you that? Because the Cardinals don't even have a coach right now.
Yeah.
So have they told you, like, hey, 2023 is probably going to be a step back season? How much do they communicate? You're a great player.
Yeah.
How much does an organization at the top communicate that down? My opinion is you deserve that honesty from them.
No doubt.
Yeah, so I did sit down with the GM. You know, we had a conversation, and I think it went good. Him and I, you know, we were honest with each other. He was honest with me. So that's a conversation between him and I as professionals. So, you know, who knows what the future holds. But, you know, like I said, right now I'm in Arizona. Play for the Cardinals, and, you know, I'm going to go out and give it my best no matter where I am or where I'm at. But, yeah, you're right. You know, a player like myself and an organization making these changes, you would, you know, hope that they ask for my input on certain things. And
Like the coaching search, do they
Right.
ask you questions about, do you like this guy? Do you not like this guy?
you know, that's a conversation between, you know, the GM and myself. Like I said, you know, not answer your question or try to beat around the bush, but, you know, just certain things that, you know, him and I talked about. And, you know, I appreciate him for sitting down with me like a man and just, you know, having an honest, open heart conversation.
Well, it was a year ago that you were sitting in that same chair, and we're like, Super Bowl's in Arizona. Well, we were hoping we'd be asking you right now about the big game. We will, but unfortunately you're not in it. But next year, let's say you are a Cardinal. I think they have something like 30 free agents that they have to worry about signing. You are going to have a good draft pick. Last year wasn't fun. Is there a silver lining, something to look forward to? Like, can you guys be super good next year?
I think so. I think we got some great young players. Isaiah Simmons is developing. You know, you got some young defensive players like, you know, Zaven Collins, you know, Majay Sanders. You got some good talent over there. And they did a good job of drafting those guys over the years. Obviously, you know, we've drafted in the defense the last couple of years in the draft, and I think it's paid off. But I do think that we could be good next year. Kyler being out, who knows? But, you know, this GM, that's his job, and, you know, the organization to make those decisions.
Well, maybe Arizona needs you to stick around because there's something that a lot of people probably don't know about you. And you're a hooper. You are a basketball player. You played a bit in college at Clemson, did your thing. So if the Suns come to you like, man, we got like a 10-day contract, we got to get you over here. You're gonna go play? Gonna go help Devin Booker out?
Of course I would. You know, Devin Booker's a great player. All he gotta do is just, you know, just let me do my thing. I'm gonna get you the ball, D-Book.
Well played. So point guard, that's your spot, right?
Point guard, two guard, three guard. Yeah, but definitely an NBA point guard. It's not too many 6'2", two guards in the NBA.
You're gonna be dealing with 6'5",
Right.
got to shoot over 6'5" and 6'6", and all that type of stuff.
JJ, we just recruited another hooper.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he could be on our team,
Yeah,
the FanDuel
yeah.
team right there.
Hey.
We're gonna go to work.
Sign me
You
up.
know, we got D-Matt, we got
But David
Dab, we
Center-
got D-Hop.
I'll
we go
box
to work.
out.
You want
know what I'm
to
saying?
play point? I'll go to
Absolutely.
It's fine.
I go 5.
Yeah. We got the big game.
Yeah,
All right.
okay.
Obviously, you're a receiver, done it at the highest level. You got Travis Kelce on one side.
Okay.
You got Juju over there as well. You got MVS. All right. You got the youngster Sky Moore. You got Devontae. Right. You got A.J. Brown. Who do you think has the edge, receiver core-wise, in this ball game?
I'm going Philly.
Yeah.
I think Juju, he's been playing good. But I think Devontae and AJ's been playing great.
Yeah.
I think those guys are making the plays that need to be played. And right now I feel like the Eagles have the upper edge on
So
the receivers.
before because she a Chiefs fan, so before she get to who you got winning this one?
Man, this is a hard one. I think both of these are two good teams. I think who beat us the worst was Kansas City. We played Philly and Kansas City when I wasn't here. So just going off that, I'm going to go who beat us the worst, and that was Kansas City.
On my team. James and I have been going at it all week. Literally, I just give him the look
That was
like,
the first game of the season.
Come
That's a
on,
long
man.
time ago,
Yeah,
DeAndre.
that was. I
Come
mean,
on, James.
we had a chance to beat the Eagles. I'm not saying if I would have played, we would have beat them, but we had a chance to beat the Eagles without me. So we didn't have a chance with KC, though.
Gotcha.
You're the best. We're going to keep our eyes on you, where you're headed. I hope, James is right. I hope that, we're talking about it. You get your shot at the big game because I want to be here talking about you next year.
Thank you.
All right. Everybody, DeAndre Hopkins, Arizona Cardinals wide receiver, thank you for joining us. And we'll see you back here next year. Moving on here on More Ways to Win. Great insight from D-Hop. We have another great guest coming up right here on More Ways to Win. DeAndre's teammate, James Conner, is going to be right here with us on the set. He will break down the running game matchup and also give us his Super Bowl pick. Stay with us for that as we get to James Conner in a little bit, and we're going to be here all week long with all the usual stuff. My dudes, bets, laughs, the whole thing, guests. It's going to be great. Yes, More Ways to Win coming to you from Super Bowl all week long right here on Radio Row, leading you right up to kickoff on Sunday. Check it out. We put together a fancy little graphic for you and everything to break it all down for you. This is where you find us. Make sure to check us out each day on Fanduel TV, and great betting content is there for you. Special appearances from current and former players as well. Here all week long, and we are coming right back after a quick break. Hey everybody, welcome back in. Fanduel TV's More Ways to Win. You're hanging with us here on Radio Row. It's day 3 as we get you ready for Super Bowl 57 between the Chiefs and the Eagles. And right now, I'm inviting you, personal invitation here to our parlay party. Drinks and snacks complimentary as always, but I say it again, you have to bring your own odds to this party. It's about you. The more legs you stack, the higher your odds climb for a massive payout. You can hit it up right now on the FanDuel Sportsbook app, which is what our guys did. So I'm going to bring Dave and Pony in here because it is your moment and time to shine. Dave, give us a same game parlay that's going to hit for us on Sunday. What you got?
I don't know why I'm always on the 8-leg parlay, but it seems like that's my favorite. So I'm going to do that again. We're putting $20 on this parlay. 8 things need to happen, but some of them involve the same player doing some different things. So we're going to start with Travis Kelce. He has 15 touchdowns in the postseason. Only one with more is Jerry Rice, and also the guy that's kicking that kick at Destiny, Gronk, has 15.
Oh, does he?
Well.
So
just to give Gronk a shout out.
He has a chance to break that.
So he needs to score, and I think he will. And also, he's going to have close to 100 yards. I didn't want to go for 100, so I took 90. I need Travis Kelce to get 90 receiving yards. Those 2 things could happen in one play. What if he gets a 40-yard touchdown? You know, he's carving into that yardage total. As far as Patrick Mahomes, he's getting 300 in this game. So I'm going to get him to go 300 plus. That's the alt receiving yards. You could pick 275, 250. I'm going to go 300. And I also think he's going to use his legs. His rushing total is 18.5. I'm going over on that as well. And when he gets one of those runs, it's going to end up in the end zone. I'm using Patrick Mahomes as an anytime touchdown
smile over there. Look at
That's what puts the comma in it right now.
Are there already 2 guys playing in this game? So
So 5 of my things are 2 guys. Now there's one other chief I'm using, Derek McKinnon, who is going to catch some balls out of the backfield, and he needs 23 yards. I don't like him rushing, but I like him getting the receiving yards. And the total in the game is 50.5. I'm going over. It's 38-27 Chiefs.
Oh my goodness!
I did not use the Chiefs as a pick in this one. I could have done that as well, but I had to throw in one Eagle. My guy.
Go on.
Quez Watkins.
There we go.
To get 13 yards receiving. And look at that. We're up almost $3,500.
He's been
out of all the Eagles, he gets Quez Watkins.
Yeah, I had to pick them all.
I'm going to throw one in there, and it's going to be Quez. You know, he's like,
you know what? All
like
season long.
I'm like a kid at Halloween with this leg. I'm like, you see me, I'm like, it's like I come back and I'm like, I just got 8 Butterfingers. This is the best thing ever. Dave, I loved it.
All
James
season
doesn't
long.
Like it, I could tell.
We've been in the LA studios, and I've stood next to Dave.
Tried to support me.
And I'm supporting him. I'm telling everybody to spend their $20. This is the first time that I look at you guys and say, please keep your 20. Because this ain't going to happen.
What made you put Quez Watkins in there?
I've been following
He's been out a milk carton in the playoffs.
This is his game. They've been saving it. He's their secret weapon in the Super Bowl. Just takes one catch.
Takes one. All right. How many legs you got for us, Pony?
Not 8. Mine's far less intricate.
I'm a spider. I'm 8 legs. Go ahead.
You got to hit one of these. You're due.
I know.
All right, let's go with mine here. I'm going to start with Jalen Hurts over passing yards. If you look at Hurts in the playoffs so far, he's been way under that 243.5 because he's done it so much with his legs. I think they're going to open things up early in this game, so I look for him to go over 243.5. The next one is an anti-Dave bet. That's what I'm going to label this. Under
Quez Watkins under?
Passing yards.
Ooh, there it is.
Mahomes, all I hear about, 300 yards, 321 against the Bengals. Not happening with that vaunted Eagles pass rush. These are really good corners too. Bradbury, Gardner Johnson at safety. No, I've got him going under. Dallas Goedert, young quarterback's best friend. The tight end, 46.5 yards. I think he might get that in the first half, but he's got 60 minutes to do it there. Next up, Devontae Smith. I like the Eagles wide receiver after he had the catch that wasn't a catch, James. I still can't believe.
Signal, hurry up.
I still can't believe that didn't get challenged. 64.5 for the former Heisman Trophy winner. Let's put A.J. Brown, who is due for a big game, 72.5. I think he'll get to 100, but I'm not going to risk it with an ultimate
every
spread.
receiver is going to get
attention. Last one.
It's hard for every receiver to go.
Please let the last one be Quez Watkins.
Is it Quez Watkins? No, it's not. It's Miles Sanders over 57.5 rushing yards for good measure.
You left off the X factor for the Eagles. You didn't put Quez in your lineup?
Quez ain't in there.
Lisa, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I kind of forgot he was on the team until Dave's same game parlay.
There's only one football in the game that they use, right? How can all these guys get the football?
Because it's going to be a beatdown, Dave.
I think somebody can have a big game, but every single one of the guys. That's why I went heavy on Kelsey.
Dave, you make it sound like it's 2-on-11 where it's going to be Kelsey and Mahomes, and that's it to win the game.
You know what? You brought up a good point, right? Because Devontae Smith didn't catch that pass. This is the first time that I've seen a team have a signal to hurry up and get on the ball, right? You see him get up and you see him giving that signal. We never had any signals to hurry up and get up on the ball. But what I do know is as a receiver, you know if you catch it or not. You know, so for him to get up like that and hurry up and get up on the ball and give that signal and hurry up and run another play is big time for him because you didn't give Kyle a chance to challenge the play.
But if you faked it and then McCarthy challenged, would he be mad at you?
To be honest with you, when you're in the heat of the moment, it is no faking. Like, you know. Right. You know what I mean? Especially nowadays, you know it's a replay. You know, you can't.
But I think guys get up after it bounces and act like they caught it. You wouldn't do that?
Huh? Oh, yeah, you're always going to get up and act like you caught it, so, you know, second guess and all that. Hey, I think I got it. But you know if you didn't catch it. You know what I mean? So hurry up and get up on the ball. I've been in situations to where I've dropped it, and they called it a catch. Some have been challenged. Some we hurry up and get up on the ball. They look at it after, no catch. And I've been in situations to where Aaron is running up on the ball, and I'm like, relax.
I got you.
I caught that thing. And you just know. So I thought that was big time. And then I thought it was just well prepared. You know, having a signal to hurry up and get up on the ball because I ain't get that one.
Yeah.
You know, teams don't do that.
Yeah, thanks for confirming that it wasn't a catch, by the way.
You know, it wasn't.
He knew.
He knew.
All right, hey, Tail Dave, Pony, do you, whatever you got to do. Just head to the Fanduel Sportsbook app to make your own same-game parlay. Watch those odds skyrocket. $20. I always say, you know what? Throw a Starbucks on it, and it's going to give you a massive jolt on your Sunday. It's so much fun. Great stuff by you guys. And every bettor has a system to place these bets. You just heard our guys with their same-game parlay, but we want to remind you to make FanDuel's responsible gaming tools a key part of yours. To learn more about time, wager, and deposit limits, visit FanDuel.com/playwell. And you can also get in on the fun with us with Daily Fantasy, one-stop shop right there on your phone. FanDuel has a bunch of DFS contests live right now where you can win thousands of dollars on FanDuel.com and, of course, on the app as well. So how do you give yourself an edge? Well, you got to find the best value at each position. Jim Sonis has been bringing us the players you need in your lineup each and every week. Jim, got to get you back in here. It is the week of the season. Who are your best value Super Bowl plays?
Thanks, Lisa. The objective for Super Bowl 57 daily fantasy lineups is very clear. You want to get to the quarterbacks of Patrick Mahomes and Jalen Hurts. The question is, how do we get there given how high salary those two guys are? But I think we've got some good salary savers for this week we can turn to on FanDuel. That begins at $8,000 with Marquez Valdez-Scantling a big game in the conference championship. 8 targets, 116 yards and a touchdown. And sure, we'll likely see Juju Smith-Schuster and Kadarius Toney healthy for this game, but MVS was playing snaps even when those guys were healthy. So MVS should be out there regardless, has a low salary, and can produce in this offense. That's enough to make him a good play at $8,000. $8,000. At that same salary, I like the Eagles kicker, Jake Elliott. Elliott isn't the sexiest pick because you never want to go with a kicker when you've got guys like Kenneth Gainwell down here and all that, but Elliott has a good floor with a path to a good ceiling in a game that could see a lot of scoring drives. Elliott had double-digit Fanduel points 5 separate times this year, so although it's never fun to use a kicker, especially in a game like this, I do think it is wise with Elliott's salary at $8,000. Finally, Isaiah Pacheco is in the mid-range. The mid-range is tough to get to this week for sure, but I think he's worth prioritizing given the role he had in the conference championship. In that game, Pacheco had a 56% snap rate, his second highest mark this year, and finished that game with 6 targets. That doubled his previous career high. So Pacheco getting passing game work from Jerick McKinnon. We've seen him be effective. He should be pretty good on the ground as well. And also some potential kick returns there to add a little bit more juice to Pacheco. So Pacheco to me at 10-5, a good guy to prioritize, Lisa, despite the fact it might make your roster a bit uncomfortable if you're going with both Jalen Hurts and Patrick Mahomes.
This is the wing to bring the heat. Thank you, Jim. Set your lineups at FanDuel.com and follow Jim on Twitter as well at Jim Sonis. Check out his Covering the Spread podcast wherever you get your podcasts. Thank you, Jim. What a way to wrap up the season with Jim right there. FanDuel TV's More Ways to Win is live at the Super Bowl, coming to you from right here on Radio Row. This beautiful set, it's just glorious. Thanks for hanging with us. Up next, Cardinals running back James Conner will be right here on our set. The Cardinals played the Chiefs and the Eagles this year, so he has had a very up-close view of these two teams. See who he thinks is going to win the Super Bowl. I'm going to ask him next. Hey everybody, welcome back to More Ways to Win from Radio Row here in Phoenix, Arizona for Super Bowl 57. Have lights, will travel. FanDuel's doing it up big. We're doing what we always do and breaking down the big game. Thanks for hanging with us. And to help us do that, I am so excited to welcome in a special guest right here to the More Ways to Win set. Give it up, Cardinals running back James Conner joining us.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
Good to see you. Thanks for hanging with us.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
We're gonna talk about the Super Bowl, of course. We're gonna break it all down. But first of all, what you been up to? How's the off season going?
The off season, it's been smooth so far. Obviously, seeing all this, want to be a part of the big game. But that fell out for us. But it's been fun. I'm recovered. I'm healthy. I got to go back and see some family back home in Pennsylvania. So yeah, just having fun and embracing it.
Yeah, you said you like to travel. You're out in Newport Beach a little bit, training a little bit.
Yeah, someone out there. Yeah, that's where I go out, get some work done out there. So kind of just do a little bouncing around.
Any big trips planned?
I want to get to Costa Rica. I want to try that out. I heard actually from D Hop. He told me that was one of the spots, good spot to go to. So I feel like that's on the radar.
About to jump on a zip line.
Yeah, do something like that. Do something fun.
So this is a reunion for me because James, I covered James at Pitt with the Steelers. We did shows together. So I can tell you guys he's a total class act. He's one of the best. He's so good at this stuff. We were talking about your family off the air. This is the Kelsey Bowl. That's the subplot to this game.
Yeah.
Travis Kelsey against Jason Kelsey. You've got siblings.
Right.
What would it be like playing against your brother?
Yeah.
For all the marbles, James. What would that do to your family?
Man, it would be. I don't know. I feel like the Kelsey family, they handle it so well. They mom is like, you clearly tell this is their rock, their supporter. My mother's the same way. So I kind of know what they feeling, and it would just take us back to back in the days when I would throw the football and try to make a move on my brothers. But to do it in the Super Bowl would just be so surreal. And so. Yeah, man, congrats to them. That's just that's something that they can hold on to forever. Whoever loses, they can still hold on to that forever. So that's awesome.
Man, I'm telling you right now, I got 2 boys, and if they came into this Super Bowl playing against each other,
what would you do? What would you do?
Number one,
half jersey vibe.
That's what Mrs. Kelsey does.
Yeah, I would have a half jersey or something like that, or I might just be an all black or something.
Black tee.
You know what I'm saying? But I said on the show the other day, I do know who I would want to win. I would want my younger son to win, right? And the reason why I say that is because my older son, he will handle it better. Okay. You know what I mean? He'll go up to his brother after the game, hey, man, keep your jersey. We exchange your jersey. Good luck. Proud of you. Boom. My younger son, he ain't talking to the family.
Okay.
He out of there. But I do know that them dudes, like the Kelsey brothers been cool because I know my 2. Oh, they'll be up talking junk. I'm finna lock him down just so y'all know.
So they get down.
Yeah, he'll let them know. But speaking of y'all being in this game, right? We just had D Hop on the show, and you hear the trade rumors about D Hop. Obviously, your quarterback, tore his ACL. You had a big time year, really carried the team, putting them in position to score some points and all that. What would it mean for y'all losing a guy like D-Hop, you know what I mean? Especially trying to get back to this game, losing a big-time player like him and not having Kyler for half this season.
Yeah, man, it'll be challenging.
Yeah.
You know, it'll be difficult, it'll be challenging. You just have to embrace that challenge. You know, I hope that, you know, Kyler's rehab goes incredibly well and he can be there for us. And I hope D-Hop stay put, you know, just from what he brings to a team talent-wise and relationship-wise. You know, he's like a glue. You know, offense, defense, special teams, everybody, you know, can talk with D-Hop, and he's just one of them guys. But man, it's you know, this game is a challenging game. Life ain't fair. So we'll see what happens. I hope we got those pieces with us, but only thing I can do is control what I control, put myself in the best position to give my best self to the team.
Yep.
Speaking of life ain't fair, the Eagles' offensive line, 3 Pro Bowlers. It's not fair that you don't get to be behind a line like that.
Totally
What would it be as a running back
Yeah.
to have that as an asset?
Man, it's beautiful. I seen the championship game, you know, and just what Kelsey was doing, you know, from the center position, just pulling and making these key blocks, bringing the running backs free. Incredible talent, man. So yeah, they got some guys right there up front for sure.
Tough season last year. Everybody knows that. You know, rebuilding year, 4-13. Coach Kingsbury's gone. You've been a big part, as James just talked about. You're a big part of this team and this offense, and you know, leadership in that locker room. So as you look to a new head coach, do you have something in your mind of maybe who you'd want that to be, or what kind of coach you hope steps in?
Yeah, somebody who like to run the ball.
Totally. Yeah.
You know, I'm ready to adapt my game, however that may need to be. You know, to see what this new offense looks like. But you know, selfishly, you know, I want somebody who wants to run first, build that up, and we just need a new standard, you know, around the team in general. And it's tough because, you know, we're starting fresh again, new GM, new head coach, but just gotta embrace that challenge and be able to see what we can put together before the next season starts. And training camp, we gotta have a hell of a camp and build some camaraderie, some chemistry with the new team, with the new system, and just lay it all out there.
Yeah, well, you got to make sure you get your mind right. I know Pony about to ask you a question, but you got to make sure you get your mind right. No Kyler, possibly no Hop.
Yeah, I got to come with it.
You're the best player on the field. You're the best player on the field. It got to go through you.
I got to come with it. It has to come through
I
me.
want to
No
just
doubt.
ask you, too, how much do you guys pay attention to rumors, different coaches that are coming in, texting each other and saying, like, did you hear about this guy? Or, you know, is there anything to this?
Me personally, and I can't really speak for everybody else, but I kind of I got to wait to see it unfold. You know, I'm not going to try to do all just research on who it may be and listen to rumors and then do some research and then not be that guy. So I'm kind of just falling back, working on myself, working on my mental to see what it's going to look like, and then just embrace whoever the new man in charge is.
James, on the Kyler thing, because I know you've come back from knee injuries. Like, we're kind of throwing away just talking about this like he's not going to come back next year, but do you think it's what do you think what's a reasonable rehab timetable for that? It happened late in the year.
Yeah.
Do you think you could have him back in the first couple of months of the season? Like,
I believe so. I know he's in attack mode right now, you know, and so the best piece of advice I ever got was just be where your feet are, and that's controlling the present moment, the right now. And talking to K1, you know, he told me he's like, I'm grinding like no other. So I know he's attacking it, but we got the show must go on. You know, if he's not available, if he's not out there, and we got to go. But I know the type of person he is, his work ethic, and what he still wants to accomplish in this league. So I know that he'll be ready whenever he do come back and put the helmet on.
Yeah,
it's gonna be that time.
Absolutely. All right, so we got to ask you about the game, right? So I want your pick on who's gonna win. But before that, right, running back wise, who has the advantage in the run game? You got Isaiah, how you say his last name? Pacheco, and Clyde Edwards-Helaire gonna be back in this one. And then obviously you got Boston Scott, you got Miles Sanders,
right? And
obviously you got to account for Jalen Hurts' legs. But run game wise, who you giving the advantage to in this ball game, and who you taking to win this thing?
It's tough. I think run game wise, I got to go with Philly, just with who they got up front. I'm a fan of Miles. You know, just being at Pitt and watching him. When he was in high school in Pittsburgh. You know, just incredible talent at the running back position.
And then beating him when he was at Penn State. Let's make sure we
can throw that in there too. That don't hurt. But I think overall, I might have to go with KC. I might have to just go with KC. I think run game.
Why KC winning?
Listen, you played against both of these teams this year, so you have it like
KC,
up close. You've seen it, you know it.
KC came out week 1 and last year and did something to us, you know. So I just seeing that. you just know that they're going to be very well coached, well prepared.
Yeah.
Kelsey, Mahomes.
You think they got a chance to block them all them boys from Philly?
I just feel like they're going to have a game plan ready for it. I know Juju going to step up. That's my man. I know we got that connection from Pittsburgh, so I know what his mindset is and how he going to come to play and even blocking and just being a team player total. So I think running game Philly, but I think I have to go with KC taking.
Well, I can
taking
tell
the
you and D-Hop teammates, man, because y'all said the same thing.
They're acting like that week one game.
Common opponent.
Nightmares.
No doubt,
man.
man.
That left a lasting
that
effect
left,
on them,
you
James.
know, no doubt.
It's like, wow, they was super ready coming out of training camp week one.
Week
It's
one,
like
just
it's
hitting
team
on
got
all
it.
cylinders, just rolling.
Yeah, it's
Now they
like
got 2
it was
weeks,
week
James.
10
No
for
doubt.
Two
Without
weeks
Reek,
prepare.
too. That was the
Yeah.
first game without Reek, and
Without
they come
Reek
out
as
there
well.
still going. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm rooting for them both though.
Yeah.
Now he's one of my best friends. Now
There you
he's on
go.
my side.
There you go.
Before we let you go, James, what are you most excited about when you look to your fresh season? New head coach, new GM. You got clean the record off the table. What are you most excited about accomplishing next season when you really like lay out your goals?
Like James was saying, it might come through me the first couple weeks, and so I just want to continue to just show the football player that I am and continue to accomplish great things and just get back in the win column. Man, we've been losing at home. We're coming off of a 4-win season. I felt some type of way about that. It's just it was embarrassing at times. You know what I mean? So I just want to erase all that, and I'm just looking for the new in general. The new vibe. The new approach, new system, just everything new. And when you got that start from fresh, it's fair for everybody. So we got to come with it.
New standards.
Yeah, new
bringing
standards,
them in. You're awesome. Thanks for hanging with us.
Appreciate you guys.
We wish you the very best. We'll be watching every move. Really appreciate you.
Thank you.
James Conn, everybody. Cardinals running back joining us here on the More Ways to Win set. That was awesome. We're coming back to you after a quick break. Wrapping up here on More Ways to Win as we get you ready for Super Bowl 57. And what we're going to do with our last couple minutes here is fast forward. We're going to bet on a couple things that happen after the game. So we're going to start with a really popular bet at the Fanduel Sportsbook. And you guys know what it is because it's your favorite thing to bet. What colored Gatorade will be poured on the winning head coach? So we're going to get everyone's pick. And JJ, you get to start us off today.
I'm going with the best one out there, right? And that's red, right? Red is they always put the most sugar in the red, right? Everybody's always running to the red.
What? I didn't
especially
know
on
that
the
about the
sideline.
sugar.
Oh, yeah, on the
breakdown.
sidelines. We used to just taste the red, right? We used to, the guys that make the Gatorade, the ladies that make the Gatorade, we always used to have a competition. Who made it the best today? Which one's the sweetest and all that? It's going to be red on top of Coach Nick Sirianni when he wins this thing. It's going to be red Gatorade.
If the red is the one that tastes the best, then that one is going to be empty because everybody drank the red. So the yellow one that nobody likes is the full one.
Keep refill red. You got to have red until the game is over.
I don't know how this works. There have been some years, I think it was Belichick.
Yeah.
He wouldn't let them pour it on him. It was none. There was like 3 out of the Patriot Super Bowls. There was no
So
Gatorade.
nobody wins if it's none?
But he ain't in the game. Believe me, it's getting poured this year. If you just want to look at the history.
Refunded bets.
When the Eagles won, it was yellow.
Yeah.
And when the Chiefs won, it was orange.
Orange.
But it doesn't mean that has to be the same color this year. But I'm going to say the Chiefs are going to win, so I'm going to go with the orange. But they could change it. It could be a whole different color. We've seen purple before, blue.
I love a long shot. I give purple a chance
Purple.
here. Purple Gatorade.
When has the last time it's been purple? Do we know?
It's within the last
That's a good
6 years, I think.
No
there was
purple? I ain't seen too many purples, Pony.
Rare. That's why
You couldn't drink. They didn't have purple available up
I
at
I guess
And
not.
look at that. I'm sitting here as a mom going, gosh, that's such a mess, man, to clean up all that laundry. Oh, don't dump the Gatorade. But I tell you what, if the Eagles do win and if the Eagles dump red, that is the biggest troll job on the Chiefs red of
There's no
all
pink,
time.
is there? Red pink. No pink.
Red.
Yeah. All right.
seen the pink
so
Gatorade.
we have like a minute left. So from the coach that's going to be getting drenched with that Gatorade to the player that will win Super Bowl MVP, guys, it's a pretty straightforward bet right here. Take a look at the odds. Dave, who do you like for MVP?
I'm representing myself and Cole Wright. We're going chalk. We're going
chalk.
Patrick Mahomes.
Patty.
How about when Lisa goes, here comes Cole with a chalky pick?
I loved it.
He loves the chalk.
He does. I like C.J. Gardner-Johnson, who's not even listed, who led the league in sacks. We've seen safeties and corners win the award if they get multiple.
Wow.
Look at that.
turnovers.
Thank you, graphics.
Wow.
He's plus 15.
Wow,
Plus,
that's-
He's 150 to 1.
15,000, yeah.
That is some good money. I'm going with my main man, Jalen Hurts, MVP. He will make plays with his legs. He will make plays with his arms. He will will his team to victory. I like Jalen Hurts in this one, man. Overcoming so much. Not a lot of people believing that he can be the #1 quarterback. He's here, and he's walking away with the MVP.
I thought you were going to take Boston Scott.
Boston Scott. That was going to be my second.
Yeah, hey, go ahead, take them all. That's good stuff, you guys. Great stuff. I can't wait to run all these clips back.
We're getting close.
After the
We're
Super
getting
Bowl.
close.
Maybe we get our show back on next week.
I'm
All this
telling you,
trash talking
I'm
we're
down
doing
for
all
one
week.
more show just to run back all these highlights
I can't wait.
of you and Dave being wrong.
Amen.
Before we go, throwing you a big fist bump there at home. Check out this special Super Bowl offer from America's #1 sportsbook. You're welcome. We love having you with us. FanDuel's giving new customers a no-sweat first bet for the big game. Just download the FanDuel Sportsbook app. We make it easy. The QR code right there. Place a cash bet on the big game. If your bet doesn't win, you're going to get up to $3,000 back in bonus bets. So make sure to download the app. Take advantage of this no-sweat first bet promotion happening right now. Thanks for hanging with us. The Super Bowl is almost here. This is FanDuel TV's More Ways to Win. We will be right back here with more bets, fun with these guys tomorrow. We'll see you then.